see me rolling. They hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty. 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 My music's so loud, I'm swinging. They hoping that they gon' catch me riding dirty. Trying to 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 catch me riding dirty.
Hey guys, so you've probably already seen by now, if you're watching this, the video that I did on the level 5 and level 6 USGI multicam, the soft shell level 5 layer and the Gore-Tex level 6 layer. I wanted to show you another option for rain and bad weather. A couple options actually. Not everybody wants necessarily a camouflage pattern like multicam or whatever. There are times and cases where you may want just a solid neutral color. User preference, situation dependent, whatever. But I wanted to offer another thought. This is the level 6 jacket from Proper. It's actually from their Adventure Tech line. Now, let me go ahead and start by saying, unfortunately, Proper discontinued their Adventure Tech line. It was a really good line of stuff, but sadly they discontinued it. The good news is you can still find articles from the Adventure Tech line on places like eBay. They're definitely out there. The downside again is a lot of the people on eBay that's got Adventure Tech stuff for sale that's in new or like new condition, they're quite proud of it and the price tag reflects it. So it's just going to come down to how bad you want it and what you're willing to spend for it. Interestingly enough, the level 6 jacket in Proper, and this one is in Coyote Brown. They made it in black, multicam I believe, and I know for sure Coyote Brown and what they called Alpha Green, which was really kind of a foliage green type color. I really like the Coyote Brown one. That's what I got. I kind of found it to be the most versatile. It's very, very similar in construction and design to the level 6 GI Gore-Tex stuff. Coincidentally enough, Proper was one of the contractors that make the GI stuff. The level 6 that I've got is actually a Proper one. So there's probably good reason there why you see the similarity in design. Same as the USGI. You've got your hood, which will roll up in the collar and zip up out of the way if you don't need it. Everything on the inside is taped and sealed. You've got stormproof zipper on the front that's got a really good not only cover on it, but the zipper itself is waterproof. I don't know if you can see that. This is one of the front pockets, but the actual main zipper is also kind of rubberized and got the storm flap on it. Let me go over the similarities first. Another similarity to the GI stuff, you've got shock cord all around the lower hem, and it adjusts on the side with little toasters. So you keep the adjustments on the side. It's not in the front where the zipper's at to get in your way. Velcro adjustments on the cuff to seal it up. Let me try to get you a little better view here. One other small difference is on the Proper, you actually have shoulder pockets, or one shoulder pocket on the left shoulder that unzips, and it's waterproof, completely dry inside. It's not real big, but it's big enough you could put, a phone or GPS or something like that in there. But that seals up real good. Another difference to the level 6 GI is on the front right here on the GI one, when you unzip that, it's just a pass-through to go into whatever you're wearing underneath. On the Proper, this is actually a really large pocket right here. And there's two of them, one on each side. So you do have two really large pockets. Now the GI one, when you unzip that, it'll let you vent a little bit and regulate temperature if you need to, because it doesn't have pit zips or anything. And this doesn't have pit zips either. So since these are actual pockets, what Proper did was kind of the same deal but only different. Further over here to the side, closer to your armpits on the side, you've got really long zippers that come down right here that are open and pass completely through. So you can unzip them to vent heat a little bit. Now, obviously by unzipping those, you open it up to get water inside. So you just have to figure out which is the lesser of your two evils. It is covered by let me see if I can show you. There you go. A flap of material, a little storm flap on there. So this is the jacket. It's got a one-way zipper on it. It doesn't have the double zipper that the GI one does. This one only goes one direction. So once you zip it up from the bottom, you're pretty much zipped up. But this one works really, really well. You actually see me wearing it in the video out in the rain. This is the one I was wearing. Completely waterproof, bone dry, super lightweight, and just like the GI stuff, it packs down ridiculously small. So if you find any on eBay and get it, make sure you're getting the real thing. There's the tag, so you can see it. You can get, to go with it, matching pants, just like on the GI stuff. Now, again, similar to the GI, you've got a snap in front and a zipper. You've got elastic all the way around the waist. So there isn't any provision for wearing it other than the elastic. You could, depending on how handy you want it to be, you could probably undo one of the seams right here and run a piece of shot cord all the way through there if you wanted to have some way of cinching it up. Depends on how crazy you want to get with your own modifications. A little different than the GI one. Down the leg, you've got your elastic around the ankle. You've got your flap that velcros down that you can tighten up however tight you want it around your boot, and a zipper that you can unzip. However, this also unzips from the top. So if you needed to get to your pants pockets underneath or whatever, you could unzip it there, and that will unzip all the way down or all the way up the sides. So again, you can put this on right over your existing clothes and pants and everything. Packs up really small, really lightweight. Again, solid coyote color, so if you need something neutral, there you go. Again, it's a shame that these aren't still being offered. So as an alternative to that, if you're looking for a solid color thing, here's something else that I wanted to show you that might be of interest to you, might be of use. This is another really lightweight jacket. It's a rain jacket. This is not Gore-Tex. This is a coated ripstop nylon, and it is all taped inside. You can see all the seams are taped up real good with tape. This is probably even lighter weight than what the Proper and the GI stuff is. Now this one, you've got Velcro on the cuffs, okay? You've got a flap right here that you unzip, and you've got a pocket on each side. However, Similar to the level 5 GI stuff, you have the mesh material on the inside so that not only can you use it as a pocket to put stuff in, but you can leave it open to vent. And one of the cool things that they do on this particular jacket is, and I don't know if the camera is going to show this or not. Yeah, there we go. You've got a Velcro tab here that you fold this back and Velcro it to itself, and then it helps keep the pocket open so the Velcro won't re-catch on the other part, so that it'll stay open and vent for you. And then if you need to close it back up, just zip her up and Velcro it back down. You've got a zipper in the front right here that, if I can get it to lock in, if I wasn't trying to do this on camera, it would work like a charm. There we go. Okay, so you've got storm flap covering the zipper on the outside, but then you also have a storm flap underneath it. So you've got 2 layers of covering right there. Again, shock cord around the waist with toasters on the side, so if you adjust it up, snug it down around your waist, then shock cord's not hanging in front of you at the bottom of the zipper or anything. This one has some small pit zips on it that you can zip or unzip as needed, and it's got a flap over it. So you've got pit zips on either side, both arms, if you find that you need those to vent a little bit. The only downside to this one is on the GI stuff and the proper, you can roll the hood up and stow it in the collar. This one doesn't have any provision for that. The hood's just always out. Now you do have shock cord that runs around the hood, so you can cinch it down around your face or whatever. But there's no provision to roll the hood up. So you pretty much have to wear the hood if it's raining, or if you're going to wear a hat or something, then what you want to do is take the hood and fold it to the inside and wear it on the inside. That way you don't have the hood back here acting like a giant bucket catching water on you. Coincidentally enough, this jacket you can get a matching set of lightweight pants. These are, again, very similar to the GI. You've got elastic all the way around the waist, but you do have shock cord on it with a toaster, so you can tighten it up if you need to around the waist. There aren't any pockets or anything on it, and unfortunately there aren't any side zips on it to get to the pockets underneath. You do have a couple of snaps around the ankles to adjust how tight you want it, and it's a fairly large. You may have to take your shoes off to get this on though. The only thing it does have is on the back, you've got a zippered, fairly large zippered pocket on the right rear cheek. So you've got that. Again, this is all taped and sealed on the inside. This, again, it's super lightweight ripstop nylon. This is made by a company called Redledge, and you can find Redledge stuff on eBay, Amazon. You can go to their website and look. They have everything up there. There's the tag, Redledge. This particular jacket and pants, because they've got a bunch of them, this one is called their Thunderlight Parka. It's the Thunderlight Parka and the Thunderlight pants. It comes in a number of different color options. This particular color option is called Suede, and it's kind of a brownish green color. Again, for a solid monotone color, I really like this one. This jacket, again, if you put it in a compression sack or something, you can pack it down really small, and it doesn't weigh anything. It's just feather light. Same for the pants. So if you need a solid color, you got multiple different options there. That stuff works really well. The Redledge works really good also as a outer wind shirt. Like for example in the wintertime, if it's not raining but it's cold and you got a lot of wind blowing, put your fleece layers on and then throw that over top of it, and it acts as a really, really good wind break, and it helps let the fleece work to retain your heat and keep that wind off of it. The downside to the Redledge, being that it's a coated ripstop nylon, is it really doesn't breathe much at all in my experience. Gore-Tex is marketed to breathe, and it's give or take on whether or not how much it actually does breathe or not in my experience. But I have noticed that with the Redledge stuff, in our really humid environment, because we're really humid even in the winter time, you got to be real careful about moisture condensation on the inside of that jacket, depending on how active you are. So just something to take into consideration. You can get a little bit of condensation, accumulating on the inside of that. So again, just wanted to throw those out. Maybe it gives you a couple of extra options that you hadn't thought of. Hit them up on eBay, Amazon, etc. And if you got any questions, ask them. Be glad to try to answer them for you. I think that's about it. Give you a good option to the GI stuff if you want a solid color. Take care. Talk to you next time, guys.